Thank you. Thank you, conference. Thank you, Chair. A year ago, I stood on this stage and addressed you as Labour's first female Secretary of State for Wales in the first Labour government for 14 years. And I spoke about our mission to put Wales at the centre of our decade of national renewal. Wales at the heart of our modern industrial strategy. Wales at the forefront of our green revolution. And Wales leading the way on innovation and technologies of the future. Now, during the past year, we have worked in partnership with our brilliant First Minister, Eluned Morgan, and Labour colleagues in Welsh Government to boost the economy, to improve business confidence, to increase investment, and to create thousands of new jobs right across Wales. And we've done this because Labour is the only party on the side of working people. The only party that is prioritising strengthening our economy, improving living standards, putting more money in the pockets of every household and the rest of the UK and Wales on a path of national renewal. None of what we've achieved together since the election last year would have been possible without the determination, graft and teamwork in Parliament. And I want to pay tribute to Nia Griffith for her time in government. Nia's experience and wisdom has been invaluable to me. And I also want to welcome Anna McMorrin and Claire Hughes to the Wales office, who, alongside my PPS, Becky Gittins, and our Lord spokesperson, Ruth Anderson, are an exceptional team of Labour women delivering for the whole of Wales. But a special and huge thank you to our 27 Welsh Labour MPs, whose tireless campaigning and advocacy for their constituents drives us on every day to go further and faster on the road of national renewal. And as always, I want to recognise the grit, the determination, the leadership and the friendship provided by our First Minister and Welsh Labour leader, Eluned Morgan. Now, the past 14 months have been all about delivery, all about two Labour governments delivering for the people of Wales. Welsh Labour fought hard against the years of Tory austerity, and now this UK Labour government has ended austerity with record budget settlements that provide billions more for Welsh Government to invest in public services. The Tory cost of living supercharged, the crisis supercharged by Liz Truss's economic chaos, caused real hardship for so many households in Wales. We inherited their catastrophic mess last year, and the UK government have been fixing the foundations. That's why we gave up to 160,000 workers in Wales a record pay rise through increases to the national living and minimum wage. It's why the UK and Welsh Labour governments have together started employment schemes in Denbighshire, Neath Port Talbot and Blaenau Gwent to help people back into work, to put money into pockets and to help raise standards of living for those in our communities that need the most help. It's why we've invested over £500 million to secure the future of steelmaking in South Wales, to help steel workers, supply chain businesses and their workers through the transition, but also to support local businesses to find new opportunities to expand and create new jobs. It's why we've established free ports and investment zones in every corner of Wales, driving billions of pounds in direct new investment in advanced manufacturing, floating offshore wind, and much, much more, creating new jobs near to where people live in sustainable industries for now and for generations to come. And it's why we've invested nearly £500 million into Welsh Rail, reversing the Tories' historic underinvestment so we can build new stations, we can have more and faster trains that will connect the people of Wales to these new opportunities. And we can already see the impact that our Labour priorities are having in Wales. Unemployment is down. Interest rates have been cut 5 times, bringing down the cost of new family mortgages by about £1,000 a year. Inward investment into Wales has risen 30%. Yes, that's right, 30% in the last year alone. and real terms wages are consistently rising faster than inflation. But conference, I have to give you this big warning. This investment, this tireless focus on improving living standards, creating new jobs, and making our public services fit for the future is under threat. Farage has turned up in Wales with patronising politics, with disrespect, division, and derision for our communities. Reform UK don't care about Wales. They haven't got any Welsh policies. They haven't got a Welsh leader. They can't even spell Caerphilly right. But as much as we roll our eyes at their condescending, nativist tone, they are a serious threat. They're a threat to our communities, a threat to our NHS, and if you work in Welsh public services, they are a threat to your livelihoods. And the other nationalist bedfellows, Plaid Cymru, demonstrate every day how they're not a serious party and cannot be trusted with the levers of government. Plaid exists only to rip our nation apart, and at a time of global instability and threats to our national security, to rip us out of NATO. Constitutional obsessions backed by fantasy economics. More unfunded spending commitments than a Liz Truss mini-budget. How much would Plaid's disastrous plan for independence cost? Well, conference, I can tell you, because the UK government analysis has found that Plaid's plan for independence would cost Wales over £21 billion each and every year just to maintain the same level of services we have today. That's more than £11,000 for every working age adult in tax rises and austerity cuts every single year. Now, if Plaid really want to be taken seriously, they need to be honest and confirm whether they're going to tax Welsh families into poverty or cut public services to the bone. Labour has ended austerity in Wales, so don't let Reform or Plaid impose it on Wales again. Because conference, next May, we know that Wales faces a choice between renewal and decline, and between decency or division. And together as Labour governments, we are setting out the path of renewal towards a fairer, more prosperous Wales, proud of our history and in control of our future. At the moment, the world is and feels uncertain. Global instability is having an impact not just on our safety, but on the cost of our energy, the cost of everyday purchases. And that is why this Labour government has taken the necessary action to prioritise our national security, living costs and people's livelihoods. And our Labour Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, has restored the UK's reputation on the world stage. He's delivered trade deals that will lower food costs, reduce burdens on businesses and create jobs. He's invested in our safety and our security. Keir has set the example of strong leadership. Leadership that, unlike Reform or Plaid, demonstrates that this Labour government will never play politics with people's lives. And nothing demonstrates the choice Wales faces next year more clearly than the steps this Labour government have taken in just the last 3 weeks. So whilst Reform MPs are absent from Parliament, they only turn up really to vote against workers' rights, they're out there apologising for Putin, undermining our country, our businesses and our people to our global partners. Meanwhile, I've been in Caerphilly launching Wales's defence growth deal that will strengthen our armed forces and create new high-skilled jobs in Wales's defence sector. And whilst Plaid championed their plan for independence, just this week we have launched our Pride in Place programme, which will invest over £200 million to revitalise high streets and regenerate communities right across Wales, from Conway to Ceredigion to Caerphilly. That's the choice for Wales at the Senedd election next May. Labour on the side of our people and communities, or those nationalist parties looking to divide and deprive. Only two Labour governments working together can and will keep Farage out of Wales. and lead our country on that path of renewal. Conference, that is the election we must fight. That is the election we must win. So let's get out there and do it together. Thank you.